Many people think that if they get a stomach bug in another country, it will cause temporary illness, even sometimes really bad illness, and then go away. But what many people don't realize is that it can leave a permanent parasite infection or leave you with a bacterial imbalance in the intestines that can linger and cause irritable bowel, digestive or immune issues. Travel tips to reduce risk of infections. Hey everybody, welcome back to Dr. Ashley, your go-to channel for everyday holistic health for the times we live in, also known as eco-medicine. Consider hitting the subscribe button to stay updated on the latest health tips. Our bodies really are ecosystems. But when our ecosystems are out of balance or we travel to foreign countries with a different environment, our bodies are potentially more susceptible to picking up infections. I have patients asking me all the time from a more functional and holistic standpoint, what do they bring on a trip? Many people think that if they get a stomach bug in another country, it will cause temporary illness, even sometimes really bad illness, and then go away. But what many people don't realize is that it can leave a permanent parasite infection or leave you with a bacterial imbalance in the intestines that can linger and cause irritable bowel, digestive or immune issues. And so it'd be great if this were found and treated, but often I find many patients have lingering gut infections that have never been found since their trip. Beyond just worrying about what we are eating and drinking, climate change is also changing the patterns of where in the world you can get various infections, like malaria, Lyme, and dengue. So we need to be extra careful when heading into mosquito-impacted locations and places where water and food supply just aren't as clean. So here are some things to think about when traveling from a natural perspective. And don't forget to check out your travel clinic for any anti-malarial medications and other preventative care you might need before traveling. Anti-malarial medications can be vital in certain parts of the world when traveling, and there is resistance, so the type of medication can be different depending on where you go. Now, below is a more natural list of precautionary steps to take. Number 1. Mosquito bite prevention. Mosquitoes carry a number of illnesses, including malaria, dengue, yellow fever, West Nile virus, Chagas disease, and more. Even if you don't know what they are, I am sure the names just sound like it is something you really don't want to get, and that would be correct. To prevent them from attacking you, that is the mosquitoes we're talking about here, consider these steps before you travel to an area with mosquitoes that carry these concerning diseases and, frankly, other diseases we don't even always know about. So number 1, there are anti-mosquito bite bracelets and skin patches with plant-based oils that mosquitoes do not like. Some of them are very effective. Number 2, vitamin B1 daily. Mosquitoes do not like high vitamin B1, which is also known as thiamine, in people. And number 3, insect repellent. Yes, you need some form of this, especially in areas where you're likely to pick up an illness. There are natural ones that are very effective, but I would read the reviews and studies and make sure you get one that is effective. Now, many of you know DEET. It is very effective. It is a toxin and it is not great for the body. Sometimes though, in very heavy mosquito areas, people will apply it outside to their clothing and not on their skin. Then there's something called ODOMOS. It's often used in India for insect repellent and it's natural. I have zero ties or financial interest in this company. I generally don't talk about brands, but I've had so many patients use this natural repellent when traveling through India and Indonesia, and they never got bitten. I can't verify this, but that's what I've been told a handful of times. Another thing, mosquito nets at night, very important. And number 2, let's talk about parasites. Drink only known clean water, never take a risk if you are not sure, and know that eating any uncooked vegetables and fruits and undercooked meat of any sort can put you at risk for parasites. Now, you can also bring iodine, which helps to kill a number of parasites, or a water filtration system. Note that many parasites are small and bacteria sized, so they're not always large. There are also a number of parasite herbal kits that can help reduce risk of infection. A lot of them are 2-week programs, and you take these herbs with meals when you travel. Now, these herbs can be super strong, so I don't necessarily recommend taking them without discussing with your licensed natural healthcare provider, but it can be a very effective approach, although I would still recommend being very careful with what you're eating anyway. Now, I don't want to promote a specific company, but there are a number of quality brands that have parasite cleanse and protection kits. Warning, if you have trouble tolerating the herbs in these kits, it actually could mean you already have a parasite imbalance and you might need the proper treatment for it. So sometimes parasite herbs, if they cause more indigestion or bloating, it might mean you're actually starting to kill off parasites, so then you definitely want to see a practitioner to help you with that. And then number 3, activated charcoal. I think many people have heard of this. It's great for relief of mild food poisoning, gas, bloating, and intestinal upset. Basically, it absorbs the toxins released when an unclean meal is eaten. Taking too much charcoal can cause constipation, back you up, so you have to be careful, but it can be a great emergency aid on a trip. Number 4, for plane travel, I just like to think of tips and tricks in immune support. Herbs that can be great for plane travel because of their natural antiviral properties are olive leaf, ginger, oregano, thyme, astragalus, and garlic oil. Number 5, probiotics. This is a great way to support your digestive immune system. If you tolerate probiotics, I strongly recommend bringing a high quality one that does not need refrigeration. And then last but not least, melatonin. This can help with jet lag. A higher dose is usually recommended, around 3 milligrams for that. This is Dr. Ashley. Thank you for joining me for another episode. I hope these tips have been informative. If you have questions, let me know. And don't forget to subscribe for future updates on how you can live a healthier life.